Previously on the Youth Devotion series.
Today's episode is about, do you need to walk with an older couple when you're dating? You will need to understand that, by the way, dating is a whole different ballgame, and it's not just about you. And if you just want it to be about yourself, stay single. Do you need an older couple? It depends with the stage of your relationship. When you're starting off, most of the times it's just the two of us. You just want to be the two of you. Like, you are checking up how comes they have not SMS'd, they have not called. You want to use a meme. You come across a meme and you're like, I want to send this. There's the late night texts or the calls. You hang up. No, you hang up fast, and all those things. I don't know what else you do in your current generation. Each generation is different. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have been having conversations on financial boundaries. We have looked at when do you need someone to walk the journey with you when it comes to being in a relationship. Now, relationships, where there's a start, there's usually an end. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And in a relationship, it will take different shapes. The question is, how do I know that this relationship that I am in needs to end? This is where, like in the social networks, we say when the red flags are too many for you not to notice. At the beginning, there could have been one red flag and you're like, it looks pink. It is a different shade of red. So you ignore it because you're like, let's see how it goes. So you have seen how it is going and you're not liking how it is. You are in a vehicle. It's like you have entered a vehicle and you're not certain about the destination anymore. You don't want to get there, or unataka kushuka katikati, like this journey is not for me. And if I am to go on with this journey, let me do it solo. It is an aspect of calling out the red flags. Is it that the issue at hand is solvable? I look at it in three ways, whether in a short-term or a long-term relationship. The issue at hand, what is this thing that is making you so uncomfortable? Is it a non-negotiable? Non-negotiable is kuchapwa. Non-negotiable is cheating. Non-negotiable is stealing from me. Non-negotiable is messing around with my family. Non-negotiable is you decide what is a non-negotiable. Like right now, are you okay being hit? Hata kama ni upendo. Yes, your mom gave you alitumia slippers, mwiko, whatever the case will be, to discipline you. But the person you are dating, you are not tied to them legally. You can walk. It is you who decided that, okay, I think I like this person. I would like to get to know them. So by the time you decide when to end, and usually it is a big fight. Ladies and gentlemen, it is okay if someone tells you that they don't want to be in a relationship with them. They are not the only people. Take a break. Don't hurt each other because they have talked to the friends that we are talked about. Remember about friends? What is the role in the relationship? So by the fact that you're in a relationship doesn't mean that the girlfriend has to stop being with her friends. That your boyfriend does not talk to any other girl. If you are not comfortable with the person you fancy talking to another female, build your own man. Go get your own certificate, get to know how to make your own person, and then go and live in another planet. And I'll be as blunt as that. The man you are dating is going to talk to a lady. The lady you are dating is going to talk to a man. So unless you're going to be a vigilant to the point that even more than the guards protecting the president are, if a message shows up and it is from another gender. All those things, what are your non-negotiables? If you are not okay, you're not confident in the relationship, stop controlling other people so as to feel safe. It's a relationship. It's not jail time. It's a relationship. It's not boot camp. It's a relationship. It is not the military. So, how do you decide? When do you decide that the relationship has come to an end? Make a decision. Is it that you have tried to talk about it? If you have tried to talk about it and it's something, and I'm putting it this way, I know that life and times that we live is, there are some of you who may have moved in with each other, or you have gone for a sleepover or over the weekend or those long holidays. It may not be right, but I am not going to turn my eye to turn my neck or turn a blind eye to the fact that we have cohabitation. So if you are pissed off that they are squeezing the toothpaste from middle up instead of bottom up, and that's not a political statement, buy your own toothpaste. Kila mtu akwe na toothpaste yake. If it is about tissue being placed and rolling in one way, and yet them they put it the other way when it comes to the toilet roll, get 2 rolls of tissue. Why is that? If it is about things that, about the bill, come up with an agreement. Is it that today it's you paying, next week it's me? Is it that you have tried? Look at the situation in front of you. Is it a non-negotiable? Like for you, if a guy hits me, najisort, naishia. If a lady ghosts me, it's okay. I will move on. I don't need to hunt her down. Now, what is your non-negotiable? Because love is not pain. Pain should be in situations whereby something that the two of you did not cause happened. It could be you're going through loss and grief. But because I have come late, there was something that happened, there was jam, it rained, there was an assignment due. And the very fact that I did not pick your phone call means that I am the devil, that I am the worst person. Like the amount of words that come out of my mouth to reprimand you is even worse than my parents and every other source of authority or figure of authority has ever cautioned me. You're not legally married. And even if you are, if your life is in pain, you are having more conflict than consensus, there is something wrong. So my question is, number one, the person you are dating, definitely, whether you'll marry them or not, they are going to have perpetual problems. There's a character trait, a personality trait, that if you are not okay with, walk. So, is it their personality? Is it their family background? Is it past experiences that you're like, wow, can I manage this or do I need to go and walk? Because it's a personality that won't change. It might diminish or it might explode. So, when do I know the relationship needs to come to an end? When your non-negotiable, when your boundary has been crossed over and over again, and if you look at the long term, you might end in 3 places: jail, hospital, or the grave. If those are your 3 options when you're facing off because of a conflict, because of a disagreement, unaona utajipata jela, umoja wenu ama nyinyi wote mtajipata hospitali, one or both of you will end up in the grave faster than the Lord has called you, walk. Nobody has died from being single. It's not a must for you to be in a relationship that you're always trying to defend, that you're always trying to justify. So, is it a solvable problem? That's number one. If it's not, is it a perpetual problem? Perpetual problem means it returns, inakuja, inarudi. Like you solve it or you brush it under the carpet, sweep it under the carpet, the next time it recurs. You're always being told, amepatikana na ameonekana na, but also have integrity. Remember about the friends? Yes, they may be telling you, but get the facts and then make a decision about it. So, is it solvable? Is it perpetual? Or is it that you're in a gridlock? Gridlock means you have mishandled the situation. They have a child out of wedlock, or you already find that they have impregnated someone else. They justify their actions and you're like, something is off. They slap you and they're like, oh, sorry, it's just my hand, and the rest, ni kwa ajili nilikunywa, because I remember, when it comes to dating, I'm not saying we are holier than thou. So it's just the beer, it is just the alcohol, it is, I was stressed, no wonder, I am very sorry. Unachapwa, then the next day, unaletwa maua, and then after some time, once the wounds have healed, is when you get another slap, and it's like, the devil did it. And it's not just the ladies, because I have handled cases whereby it is the lady who, unfortunately in this case, murdered the man. So even the ladies domestic violence, it goes both ways. But physical violence, if you are angry from here to kingdom come, walk, scream into a pillow, punch a carpet, like dust off the carpet, chukua unga ya chapo, tengeneza unga ya as many chapos. But your hand on someone's face, your blows, your kicks on somebody's body, just because they are not showing you the love according to what manual? Love somebody the way you want to be loved. So if you want a smack on the face, create your own person. Don't go smacking someone else's child, because the love you feel is uncontrollable. You don't know what got over you. So, if you realize that you're being criticized, not critiqued, there's more of criticism. And criticism means you are being put down, like you're being belittled. Someone is looking down on you. If you realize that there's contempt, which means it's more of like moral superiority, like there's a way, there's a benchmark, there's a place, they are holier than thou, they are better off. Vile unafanya, it's because of your education, it's because of your lack of etiquette, it's because of, if someone is criticizing you, if there is contempt, if there is stonewalling means you want to talk about it, but the person shuts it down. You want to talk about it, the person ghosts you. You want to talk about it, they don't respond. It's like you're talking to a doorknob, you're talking to a dead thing, you're talking to yourself. That's stonewalling. And if you have defensiveness, where the person you are trying to have a conversation with is playing the victim, almost every time, terms and conditions for me should apply, and it's not a must for you to have moments where you're crying into the pillow over sad things because of somebody who you don't share any DNA with. You can walk and find your happy ever after by yourself or with somebody else. So for me, even as I conclude, if the issue you are facing feels like you are in a vehicle that has gotten stuck in the mud, and no matter how much wanakanyaga mafuta and the wheel is spinning, you are getting nowhere, it's time for a break. It could even be you're breaking away. It could be like one of my favorite episodes, was it episodes or whatever series, Prison Break. You should not be feeling more of being in a prison. It should be somewhere where both of you are thriving. So, how do you know that a relationship needs to end? When you are in a crisis mode more than you are thriving. That for me is, ukiangalia maisha yako ujiite, call yourself for a meeting. Hopefully not in the streets of Nairobi or wherever it is. Like pole pole tu, write it down and you realize, by the way things are going, this personality, am I able to live with it? If you're not, walk. These past experiences that I have handled, because this is it's a pattern. Am I able to handle it? If not, walk. So, ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes, I believe we'll talk about the other topics at a later date. But those are, for me, the red flags. Look for the green flags also. I'm not saying just keep looking for the red. We also have what they call the green flags of a relationship. But if you look at the red is overpowering the green, and you are not able to sustain, you will not be okay with that behavior repeated every now and then. It's a non-negotiable. Your pride is at stake. Not pride. Your life is at stake. Hospital, jela, ama kifo. If those are your three options, for me, it should not even be getting to that point. If we have talked, and nothing is coming out of it, it was nice knowing you. I think it's time for me to walk. And if someone tells you I need to walk, it was nice knowing you. Kila mtu enda njia yenu. If you look at all the breaking news and the stories, the headlines of whoever has acted out in anger against a person that they dated or they were married to, you kill the person, but your life is never the same. So they are no longer there, but your life, nothing is sorted. The girl ndio amekula fea, but kama amekula fea na unaona hapa ni mchezo, tafuta mwingine, hata chana na kutafuta mwingine. Take your time, ngangana, ndo hiyo mambo ya fea. Hata hiyo 500 ikienda, you're still okay. Yaikuwa fea, yaikuwa mambo ya chakula peke yake. So if the person tells you, I need to walk, give each other space. Don't use the emotional entanglement of, I will kill myself. You do realize that if you kill yourself, it's you ending. They continue. So you'd rather come across a better way of, I'll kill myself if. I will kill myself if. You negotiate, walk away, and decide, these are too many red flags for me, and I believe too much fire. An eye for an eye. Because he's cheated, I will also cheat. Because he has, I will also. An eye for an eye will leave the entire world blind. So if you need to walk away, walk away. If you need support, get in touch with somebody who can embrace you and support you during that phase. Okay? So I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for listening in, and I'm hoping to see you in the next episodes. Kwaheri.